Hey fans, Anime God is here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe and join to the squad. Today let's talk about something very powerful and very big in One Piece world. From the title alone, I know that you know it's about ancient weapons. One Piece chapter 985 is out and we all know that Kaido and Big Mom are going after ancient weapons. So in this video, I will explain everything that we know about ancient weapons and what we could expect from them, and also all the theories that regarding them, and more importantly wait until the end of this video to know where I think Big Mom and Kaido will go to get those ancient weapons. First let's see what we know about ancient weapons. We know that there are three ancient weapons: Pluton, Poseidon and Uranus, which are capable of mass destruction, and we also know that these can be objects as well as living beings. First time we get to know their extinction in Alabasta Arc. At Alabasta Arc, former Shishibukai Crocodile struck a bargain with Nico Robin, who can read poneglyph and find those ancient weapons. At the same time, we learn about ancient weapon Pluton, and we also learn that it could destroy an entire country with ease. Later down the story, in Water 7 arc, we got to know about Pluton in detail. We got to know that it was created in Water 7 and it is a damn big ship which can destroy entire country in ease. And we all are aware that Frankie had the blueprint to make a duplicate of ancient weapon Pluton. With that detail, we can safely assume that it is an object, not a living thing. By the way, it is One Piece, so we can never know. Next, let's see what we know about ancient weapon Poseidon. In Skype arc, we get to know the location of ancient weapon Poseidon. My mistake, not we. Only Nico Robin get to know the location of the ancient weapon Poseidon. After hundreds of chapters, we finally get to see the ancient weapon Poseidon. It was really surprised to know that Poseidon is living thing. Perhaps it's the Princess Shirahoshi of Fisherman Island, and we also get to see some glimpse of her power, and I must say that was fantastic. She could control large sea kings. Not only that, she is able to communicate with them as well. Furthermore, we got to know that even though Shirahoshi is the current Poseidon, Poseidon is a power that has passed down generation to generation in Fisherman Princesses. We didn't get any details about the previous Poseidon, but we get some details about the Poseidon that lived in White Century. Next we have third ancient weapon Uranus. Until now, in One Piece story, we haven't get any details about this ancient weapon, but we all know that there are many speculation and theories regarding Uranus. I will briefly mention some of them. One of them is Uranus is a spaceship that used to travel between One Piece world current planet and the One Piece world moon. This theory has some good points because there are some speculation that either D-Clan or Celestian dragons originated in moon. So it is fair to argue that they travel in a spaceship and it called Uranus. It also further emphasizes with the fact that Uranus is the god that belongs to sky. The second theory is that Momonosuke is Uranus. This is a very famous theory because Momonosuke is able to control Swinetia. We can say that Swinetia is a mysterious creature, and we can all agree that Swinetia can do some extremely big damage to anyone. We have seen this when Jack tries to attack to So. This theory also further emphasized by the fact that Momonosuke's ability works same as Shirahoshi's ability to control Sea Kings, and more importantly, both occasions Luffy able to hear Sea Kings as well as Swinetia, and even more so, Luffy wasn't able to control them. So this theory is extremely legit theory, and there is some other theories as well, and this is the theory that I most like to believe, and that is that giant race has the Uranus, and that the reason they call the strongest race in entire One Piece world. Let's be honest guys, until now we have seen few One Piece races and giants are not that impressive if you consider all of them. Furthermore, 5 years old Big Mom was able to destroy an entire village of Elbaf. I know that this is Big Mom, but we have to consider that it was an entire giant village. Furthermore, the giants that we have seen until now aren't that impressive. So to become the strongest race in One Piece, I must say they have something hidden in their sleeves. So it is fair to argue that giant race has the Uranus in their position. I think that it is pretty clear that ancient weapons will play a big part in final war. And I am pretty sure that ancient weapon has played a big part in the Void Century as well. It is too early to say that ancient weapons have something to do with national treasure. Now let's see where Big Mom and Kaido is planning to get those ancient weapons. First we talk about most obvious one. We all know that Karibu knows Shirahoshi is the Poseidon. Actually, Karibu is a pretty useless character. He is not allied and he is not a threat to the Straw Hat crew. So it is pretty obvious that information he have will play a big role in the Wano Kuni, and it's the obvious thing that Oda showing us. But I don't think that Kaido already know that information, because if he knew, I am pretty sure that Kaido at least tried to attack Fisherman Island and kidnap Shirahoshi, and that never happened. Only thing that I can possibly think is again Karibu will be captured by Kaido, then he will make a deal with Kaido, and that is a one scenario. For this to happen, I think that Straw Hat Pirate Alliance has to be failed, at least in their first attempt to defeat Kaido, and it is pretty believable one as well. And the next one is Kaido think that he can gain Oden's journal. That is also one possibility, but I don't think Kaido has much confidence about this one. And next one is Kaido knows that Momonosuke is the ancient weapon Uranus. That scenario only happened if the previously mentioned theory was correct about Uranus and Momonosuke. But the question is how Kaido get such a confidence that he will gain an ancient weapon. All of the mentioned ones are possible, but none of them are legit. Now I will tell you why Kaido is so confident that he will gain an ancient weapon. For me, the obvious one is Big Mom gave information about an ancient weapon. Now you might wonder how the hell Big Mama get such a information, and even more, why didn't she try to get it for herself? It is possible that there is something to do with Three-Eyed Clan, but in this scenario, I don't think that's the case. I think that Big Mama knows that giant race have one of the ancient weapons, and she might be afraid to giant race, and it is possible that Big Mama thinks even she cannot defeat giant race because they have possessed one of the ancient weapons. Now she have the support of Yonko Kaido. She have gained all the confidence that she want to defeat giant race and get ancient weapon for themselves. Now you must wonder how the hell Big Mama get such a information. It is possible that she got those information from Mother Caramel. We all know that Mother Caramel had an extremely good relationship with giants. So it is possible that giants let Mother Caramel know where the ancient weapon Uranus, at least that they have processed ancient weapon Uranus, and somehow someway Big Mama also heard this conversation, or Mother Caramel let Big Mama know this information. What do you think about this video? Please comment in the comment section. If you enjoy this video, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and definitely subscribe the channel. Stay tuned for the next video.